Welcome back to the channel, Hate One, and today we are going to be making buff-proof ink, unbuffable black ink. That's right, it's not clickbait, it's clickbait. We're going to be making the most unbuffable black-proof ink, whatever. Alright, so here's the supply list of what you're going to need. So you're going to need your ink, so we're going to be testing out the Montana Street ink. We're going to be making it hella buffed out. I'll show you why here in a second. So you're gonna need your ink. You're gonna need your dabbers, paint markers, drip sticks, whatever you want to call them. We're also gonna be testing out the street dabbers from Montana, the 30 and the 90. Let's see. Gonna want some gloves. If you don't got gloves, get some gloves. It's gonna get messy. You're gonna want a jar of some sort to mix everything properly. I have this old pickle jar. Some funnels, different sizes if you got them. Help pour everything easier. Don't make a mess. Some sort of mixing stick. I got some old paint brushes that help mix the formula. And the secret ingredient today is going to help this unbuffable, ultimate buff-proof ink. Grog Ski Booster. Street Killer Ink Ultra Concentrated Stain Enhancer. You may have seen this in one of my previous videos with the unboxing of a bunch of spray paints. So about this ski booster, Grog, it's supposed to be, what is it? Some more pigment additive for all liters. Oh, each gram can boost 100 milliliters of ink. So if you got 100, let's see, you got 100 milliliter, 200 milliliter, you're gonna want to use 2 grams to boost your alcohol ink. This right here, this fucking bad Mama Jamma's got 1,000 milliliters. Right? Yeah, 1,000. Big old fat boy ink. So we're going to use all of this inside all of this. We're going to make some crazy fucking ink. Hopefully it doesn't fucking clog up. That's why we're going to mix it up really good. Let's get to it. Alright, so first thing we're going to want to do, we're going to get your old jar, pickle jar, whatever the fuck you were using. Like I said, this is an old pickle jar. We're going to get the booster powder. First time I'm ever using this, so hopefully this all goes well. Shake it all down. Make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. I'm at the Gorehound Studios. The homie's Gorehound. He let me use his workshop, so let's get the door open up over here. Get some air flowing. It's a nice, cool, humid fucking night down here in Texas. I'm gonna tear this open. Again, do this in a well-ventilated area. Don't suffocate. Don't do it in your bedroom. Don't do it in your kitchen, your mama's house, your basement, attic, whatever. At least do it outside. Let's try to get a look at this. It's a nice black charcoal-y powder. I'm pretty sure if you touch this with your fingers, it's going to stain the fuck out of you. So make sure you got gloves on. Cannot stress that enough. This shit sucks. Getting it all over your hands and fingers. So we're going to go ahead and pour it all in. Make sure all of it's in there. Empty contents, nothing in the bag. Should be emptied. So we're going to be making 800 milliliters of this because it's 8 grams. For each gram, that makes 100 milliliters of staining buff-proof ink. Don't need this anymore. Look at that. That's so awesome, right? I'm doing this for you so you don't have to do it. Mix this up a bit. Now this is where the funnel comes in. Got the funnel, place it in the jar as so. Let me see all that real quick. Get a nice little shot of that. All the powder's in there. Make sure all the powder is flat on the ground, not all piled up in one spot. I don't want to move it around too much. So get the funnel in there, pop this bad boy open. Nice little shot right here. We're going to pour Just as much. I'm just gonna pour a good amount in there to cover up all of that powder. All of that grog powder. Money shot. Alright. Let that drip into there for a second. Open up the door and moths are coming in now. Dibble dabble that, dibble dabble, dibble dabble. Do a nice little. Oh, can't really do that. Alright, so get your old paintbrushes. These are all dried up from workshop use. God damn it, bugs are coming in here. I don't know. I would say let's use the wood side first. Let's see how that goes. So you're gonna feel all the clumps at the bottom. So when you're mixing it, you're gonna want to go ahead and rough up all those clumps. Holy shit! You know what I forgot to do? Before I go on, so we could do a buff test, side-by-side comparison. I'm gonna fill up one of these dabbers with the regular alcohol before we mix the formula together. Let's go with the let's go with this fat John right here. Let's go with the little one. We'll go with the little street dabber 10mm nib. I think this is the 30, whatever the fuck they call it. Street dabber 30. It's on the side. Yeah, 30 milliliter. Pop this open. This is where these tiny funnels come into play. Fuck, they do not fit. I'm gonna have to improvise. This barely fits on it. Barely fits right here. In the shot, you got it. We're gonna pour some of the regular ink in here. That was quick. Nice and to the top. Perfect. We'll keep this one to the side. And I'm gonna hit it with the spray can. Just so I know this is the alcohol test. That's alcohol test, regular. So I don't get them mixed up later on. Let's go back to mixing this up. So as I was saying before, you want to hit those chunks at the bottom. Make sure it's get in there nice and deep. Mix up all those chunks. We're gonna grab your funnel, our funnel. We're gonna get our mixed formula. We're gonna pour it back in. So this should be all the buff proof ink. We're gonna mix it in with the street ink. Make it killer street ink. You can see right there, like, it looks a lot thicker. A lot more volatile. Okay, so there's a bunch of, I don't know if you could see it, but there's a bunch of shit still at the bottom. I think what I want to do is, because that's all the chemicals still at the bottom, all that buff proof shit. I'm going to mix a little bit back in there just to keep it saturated and mix it up for a later day. But for the most part, I would say, yeah, I'm just going to throw, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a lot of fucking, the chunks still in there. all that mixing didn't do shit. So to save it for another day, just pour a little bit of ink back in there. Keeps it hydrated. You could save it for mixing up another mop. But I'm most certain the majority of the fucking powder is mixed in here now. So we're gonna close it up. Give it a nice shake. Blows up. Damn. Now there's there's a bunch of mops and inks that are known to blow up for crazy chemical reactions. You gotta do your homework, man. Don't just be mixing shit up you see on the internet. So we're gonna get the other little street dabber. I'm gonna fill this one up with the buff proof ink. Whoops. Got to take the nib off. Alright, so hopefully this goes well. Fingers crossed this test is a success. Whoops, put it on the wrong fucking lid. Alright, there we go. Like I said, do this somewhere where it's ventilated. Do it somewhere where you can make a fucking mess. Let's move on to the door, or the wall, whatever the fuck. We got a nice smooth surface. We could do this just freshly buffed. We'll test it out right here, right now. Okay, so we got a nice smooth surface, nice freshly buffed. You see that tiny ass bug rolling across the screen on the door right now. So we have both our creations. We have the regular alcohol ink and the buff proof ink. This should be the most ultimate buff proof ink. So let's test them out. We're gonna do the alcohol first. Dab it up. Nice and flowy. I like that. I like that. Test one. It's still nice, drippy, nice, consistent. It's like a nest. Let's do a shout for the homie Gorehound. So I barely have to squeeze this thing, and it is dripping like crazy. A little bit of a shine from the light, but nice, nice, nice. Super, super, super. Let's see. I'm gonna put a straight line with. I'm gonna squeeze the fuck out of it. All right. See that nice drip consistency? This is just a regular alcohol base. Very good. Very cool. Yeah, it's just dripping like a motherfucker. Alright, let that dry off for a bit. Let's move on to test 2, which is the buff proof ink now. This is for test 2. Dab this one up. Oof, damn. I will say less of the drip flow, definitely. Even if I squeeze it, I think I have to squeeze it to get a nice drip out of it. It's more thicker than the alcohol already. It's proven that. A lot less streaks too. We're gonna do the Gorehound hit up again. I'm gonna squeeze it a little bit. Yes, definitely less drippier. The formula has become much more thicker, I would say. We're gonna do the line test. I'm gonna do a straight line and squeeze the fuck out of it. A lot more solid on the lines and less streaky as well. So definitely a huge difference. Huge fucking difference. So the hate tag. Even squeezing it, yeah. Barely see it, but definitely got some nice shine to it, as you can see.